Thanks to the member of Academy for your choice. I'm very happy, very proud.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, cool. Excellent.
I live in an old Russian city which carries the name of its founder, Yaroslav Mudry, Yaroslav the Wise. Although there was no professional cinematography here, I always dreamed of starting a professional animation studio. I paint on glass, and at some point I just started painting with my fingers. There are no obstacles this way. I can more easily and more quickly create the exact images and textures which I need. And besides, there is a certain mystical power when you're creating the image directly with your hands. Some sort of electricity happens at the moment of the fingers and paint touching. I really enjoy this. Because I paint on glass, I cannot keep the paintings. I wipe them clean to begin the next frame of the film. It's a pity to erase and destroy them, but the film won't be made otherwise.
Which is his most important finger?
Вот этот, конечно.
To choose a script is not that easy. I recently found a sketch I made when I was 23 for The Old Man and the Sea, and this drawing remained as a hook that I swallowed like that fish, and at a certain moment that hook started pulling. It's quite natural that I drew a parallel between the film's protagonist and my own work. I gladly compared myself with this fisherman who cannot accept his old age, his powerlessness, who wants to prove that he deserves the fish, and he's fighting with all of his strength to keep his fortune. It seems that I was also fighting for the film to be strong, powerful, beautiful, like the fish. I adore portraits, and as an artist, I often sketch people. And with film, it's practically an extension of this interest. All my heroes have models, and more often these models, I find them among those people whom I love. For The Old Man and the Sea, this is my father-in-law, Nikolai Sergeyevich. He has wonderful character, but in comparison with the old man from this movie, if my father-in-law was in his place, he would definitely bring home this fish. The producers estimated that around 29,000 frames were made for the film, and it took 2.5 years of constant work, practically without any days off. It was a marathon, a long one. There is this thought always somewhere in the back of my head, this feeling that working in cinema, life is somehow a little artificial. It seems to me that it's more honest to live a simple life, like farmers. Sometimes I take comfort in this idea that the craft that I work in was chosen for me. There were circumstances in my life when I wanted to drop it all, but I had a conversation with this monk, and he advised me not to quit this work. He said that through this work, I can help people, and perhaps this is my calling, and perhaps it was given to me from above. I do hope so. I can't call myself a spiritual person, but I try to be. My films are about responsibility for one's deeds and this theme of compassion. I think it's in everything that I've done. It's an attempt to understand another soul. It seems to me that a Russian person is willing to sacrifice himself for the sake of another, not for his own sake. It's one of the traits that I think many cultures have lost. Its willingness to empathize with the rest of the world. And I hope that warm feelings which I try to give in my movies can help man become more kind and more calm. Yes, I'm afraid I'm a sentimental man.